Hey guys, it's Samila and welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to record the tattoo tag video, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and address my name change on YouTube real quick. One, you know YouTube is paired with Google Plus and all that stuff, so if you're not linked to your main email address, you can actually change the name of your YouTube channel every now and then whenever you want to. So I had mine for a while, but I was like, one of the two things. One, it's really hard to pronounce. Like, I can pronounce the divine. The second part, I'm not sure if it was Candace, Kandake, whatever. I was like, I can't say my own YouTube name whenever I want to. Two, what is the word that I'm looking for? It is easier to search Sanilla than it is divine, blah, blah, whatever. And also, Sanilla is a nickname given to me by Jeremiah. It's cute. I like it. It makes me happy. And so that's the thing. So that's that out of the way, and so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this tag, and I will try to ramble through it as quickly as possible because I did just record this video and it ended up being like almost 20 minutes. Alright, how many tattoos do you have? I have 7. So I have one on my shoulder, one over here, 2 on my stomach, 1 on my back, 1 on my ribs, and 1 on my foot. Alright, what is your favorite tattoo that you have? My favorite tattoo would be the one that is on my ribs. I will hop up and show it to you real quick. I ended up getting this tattoo when I was in high school. It was the first illegal one that I got done. No, it was the second. But this part was the illegal part. This is the part that was fixed. And so that is my favorite tattoo that I have out of all 7. And what it was is I drew the graffiti part myself. I got it. It was bad. My mom found out about it. She's like, okay, if you graduate, or if you're going to walk for graduation, then I will pay to get it fixed. So me and my dad once I found out that I was going to walk for high school graduation, me and my dad went to the Inkfest Live tattoo convention in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we found an artist that was going to fix it, and we got it done. So that was my graduation present from high school. Alright, how old were you when you got your first tattoo? I was 17 when I got my first tattoo. Yeah, so I got it a couple days after my birthday. So I just turned 17. I was a junior in high school. I really wanted to get my tattoos done so badly because the legal age in South Carolina at the time was 21. So of course, being 17 and being very impatient, I did not want to wait a couple more years to see if I could get a tattoo or if my parents were going to pay or all that crap. So I had a friend that knew somebody that did her tattoos. And even though she was like, your mom said I could take you to get tattoos done by XYZ, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, she said I could go get him, so she took me, her at the time fiance, and one other friend went with us. I got my tattoos done. The situation just all around bad. We were in the African American trailers. And I'm only saying that is because there's a different level between PWT trailers and African American trailers that are kind of like the hood. So that's where I was. It was a bad area. The guy that was doing my tattoos, he was not licensed. He just did them freehand. I mean, he was a good person who could draw, but as far as his tattooing skills at the time, they were not the best. Now that I look back on it, I would not have let him do my tattoos. But I did, and also it was my first experience being around marijuana. He was actually smoking while he was doing my tattoos. So it was just a bad experience overall. I had to go home. My friend sprayed us down with some Axe while we were outside, and we left. Alright, what do your parents think of your tattoo? My parents were not happy when they found out about my tattoos, because my dad found out from a boyfriend that I had. It was like the boyfriend that I thought I was so in love with and I thought I was going to marry at the time. He was in basic training to join the Air Force. While he was away, I think, at tech school, he got his first tattoo. Now, we were supposed to get our first ones together. So it kind of pissed me off, and I ended up going to get mine on my own. And I sent him a picture of him, and he told my dad, because he felt that it was going to keep us apart over the summer, since he was going to try to come back to see me. It was going to keep us apart if my parents found out. My thing was, how the hell are my parents going to find out if you keep your mouth shut? Because parents don't see me naked unless I absolutely need them to. But so, he told my dad, and I was actually getting ready to go away for a competition in Tennessee. And while we were shopping for snacks, my dad, busted me about it. And I was like, yeah, I have them. Yeah, they weren't legal. I'm sorry, blah, blah, that, and the other. And when that boyfriend came back from tech school, he ended up getting stationed back in South Carolina, and probably like one of the worst bases to ever be stuck at, Shaw Air Force Base. But so I made him take me to get the first part of the one that was on my ribs. It was really bad. Again, same scenario as last time, so he couldn't even really sit with me to get the tattoo. He had to be outside, and I just sat there for it. So that was the one my parents fixed, because that was how my mom found out, is I just happened to sit up one morning, and because she came in my room to ask me something, I sat up, didn't think about it. I was in sports bronze with shorts, and she flipped out. Alright. So, does your boyfriend like your tattoos? If so, what's his favorite? Y'all have seen Jeremiah on my channel before. He has, of course, seen me without clothes. So he has seen all 7 of my tattoos. I think I don't even think he realizes half the time that I have one on my foot. Then again, half the time I don't either. But so, I don't know if he has a particular favorite. He does seem to spend more of his, I guess, focus on the one on my shoulder and the one on my ribs. And that's just the ones that he ends up touching the most. I know the one that he's always joking about whenever he sees it, he'll yell, Illuminati, is because the one that I have right here is an Ankh. I'm not sure if it's the Eye of Horus or the Eye of Ra, because I always get confused on which direction they're facing. It is the Gae Niame. Correct me if I'm wrong on how I pronounce it. Normally I don't try to. And it is the Sankofa symbol all in one. And like, these symbols predate the Illuminati. They've been around thousands of years. A heck of a lot longer than the Illuminati, which is really just people trying to control the world and the world's population through different means for their own benefit. And I think the term, my sister could probably correct me on this, would be the bourgeoisie versus the proletariat or whatever. I'll talk to my sister about that, because she's a psychiatry major. I'm not sure which one. Honestly, to me, they're the same damn thing. I just know one can prescribe you medicine and one cannot, but I don't know which one's which. So that's the only one I would say would be his least favorite, but at the same time, he didn't see me when I got it. He went with me through the healing process. So he was there when I had to see it. He was like touching it. Does it hurt? Why did you get it? X, Y, Z, blah, blah, that, and the other. So even though he jokes about it, he doesn't understand why I got it and why it means what it does to me. Alright, did you always have a love for tattoos, and what was your inspiration? My first tattoos were not inspired. Well, at least not the ones on my stomach. The ones on my ribs, and again, I am a daddy's girl. I am a huge daddy's girl. And it's not to say that I don't love my mother. It's just at the time when I was running off to get my tattoos, I had a stronger relationship with my dad than I did with my mom. So that was one that was like the most important with me. Now, I do want to find one to symbolize my mom. It was just, I haven't figured out something that's meaningful enough to put it on my body and be the symbol for my mother, you know, because like my dad it just says Siobhan and it says daddy's girl, and it's graffiti style because that's the way I wanted it, but it meant so much, and even my mom always jokes about it, my dad always jokes about it, yes, your daddy's girl, blah, 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 and the other, and it's like, just your favorite child. How many other kids have tattoos that say daddy's girl on them? My sister just got her first tattoo, my little brother's like, we're 12 years apart, so I'm about to be 23, he's about to be 11, ain't no way he's getting a tattoo anytime soon. But so, me and my mom do have more stuff in common. Our relationship has gotten better, but I'm not just about to tattoo a pair of shoes on me or a bottle of leave-in conditioner on my arm to symbolize my mother. I want something to be very special and very important to me. So that's one of the ones that I want next. Again, so the next question was, do you plan on getting more tattoos in the future? Yes, I do want to get a lotus flower with more Adinkra symbols in it. Me and Jeremiah are eventually supposed to get the guild symbol for Fairy Tail tattooed together. He hasn't figured out where he wants his yet, and also because he's deeply Christian, he's more on the you're not supposed to get any tattoos, you're not supposed to get any piercings, you're supposed to treat your body like a temple. And my thing is, I do treat my body like a temple. You can remodel buildings every now and then. We remodel the inside of Genesis all the time. We like churches get like different seasons, y'all get different banners and stuff every season. So there's nothing wrong with remodeling your temple, as long as you're not desecrating it. And I do not consider decorating my body to be desecration of my temple. Alright, so which tattoo would you say was the most painful? Honestly, the two most, I'm tied for first with two. The third most painful would be the one that was on my spine, just because y'all, like, as when I showed you my tattoo, I am very small, I'm very bony. And in high school when I was getting them, I was even smaller and bonier. So, like the one on my spine, it was just I don't have, of course there's not a lot of fat on me. There wasn't a lot of fat back there, still not a lot of fat back there. And so it just hurt. And also one of my friends paid half for my tattoo, so he put up $40, I put up $40, and we got my tattoo. But so, when I got it done, he slapped it as a, hey, you got your tattoo done thing. And so, that hurt a lot. So the next one, I guess would be, second place would be the one I got on my foot, because I wore the improper shoes to get it done. When I went to the convention the following year with my friend, I was watching girls walk around with high heels on, and watching them walk around with, what's the word I'm trying to think of, flip-flops. And I'm like, these floors are hard as hell, and this is a big place, like, and y'all are walking around, how are y'all, like, wearing high heels? And so, I had worn, like, tight, like, slip-on shoes, like, super tight. So, when I had to put my shoe back on, it was, like, the most painful thing in the world. And I had to drive back, because my friend wasn't on my insurance, so he couldn't drive my car. Alright, so, and the last most painful one would be the one on my ribs, because, as you saw, it has color in it. And people tattoo packing color into a tattoo is probably, for me, the most painful part of a tattoo. Now, I do have the one on my ribs in color, and the crappy ones that are on my stomach are in color. I'm not even going to say those ones really have too much color anymore, but that's the most painful process. Alright, so, what is the next question? Do you regret any of your tattoos, and why? I regret the ones that are on my stomach, mainly because I did not know how to properly take care of them. The situation wasn't ideal. I'm so lucky I didn't come out with like hepatitis or HIV or AIDS or anything when I got them done, just because of where everything happened and how it took place. It's just now I've grown more. I don't care for nautical stars anymore, because that is what is on my stomach, and they're just so faded and so discolored because I didn't know how to take care of them properly. So those are the ones I regret. I do not know what I want to get them covered up with. That's the only problem I'm having, and I do not want a laser that close to my vagina. I mean, it's not like it's in like my pubic hair or anything. It's like literally right above it, and for me, that's too close. What was your least painful tattoo? It would be those exact same tattoos. They were just like the least painful ones. Ooh, even though I got color in them, I don't know. It's just the area that is the least painful one I had done. And who would you like to tag? Anybody that watched this video is more than welcome to participate in this tag. Ooh, wow, that's probably the shortest video I've done in a minute without having to like stop and all that crap. But so, thanks to everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, leave me any questions. If you have any ones for any more tattoo questions, piercings, blah, blah, that, and the other. I will try to answer them as quickly as possible. And until the next time, bye guys!